Dun, 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 dun. Man, we need our own type of fucking theme song, like
We gonna get that. We gonna get that. We working on it.
the
We working on
hooligan. The
it. Mhm.
hooligan. Oh, uh, uh. So we back.
Yeah, it's a
We back
special.
in the motherfucking virtual building here. This is what's the name of our shit now, Ray? Tell the world.
This is Raw Zone's Gorilla Chat podcast. Hey,
Oh, yo, we here. So what the Gorilla Chat podcast about?
basically, for those who are unaware of the term gorilla, that is hold up and I want to make sure I say this word for word. Um, hold up. Enjoy some of this invisible Jeopardy music while we think.
Da na na da na 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 na.
Ask your
Da
doctor about
na
sex.
na na na. Da na 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 na.
All right, here it goes. The gorilla position, pause, in
Pause.
professional wrestling refers to the area where members of production sit directly behind the curtain. The position was named after, rest your soul, Gorilla Monsoon, a former wrestler and the voice of the WWE, formerly known as the WWF. Monsoon would typically be found in the position behind the curtain, and thus it was named after him. So the
Yo,
gorilla
wait, have
chat,
you ever been in a gorilla position with someone before?
I don't know what that is. I am afraid to find out. Just saying. I'm just putting
What?
it out there.
Listen, man, what if you got her like the Ray Sutra and like you just pull a gorilla move on her?
She puts me in a leg lock with my head between her thighs, and it's a different story. Just make sure I am facing frontwards, and it's a la 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 la. I will turn into an opera singer on that. Who say?
Listen, man, if you don't get your soul eaten out after that,
Hey,
I don't know what happens.
this is a verbal no holds bar spar fest.
Oh, so we here. What are we doing here though?
Today we are discussing what's going to happen this weekend.
Holy shit! And what is this weekend?
Motherfucking Royal Rumble weekend.
Do you feel like lately though? Because honestly, like I could not even believe that we were at Royal Rumble season. Honestly,
You know what it is, yo? That how I feel about it is that there's so many pay-per-views that happen like almost every 2 weeks that the build-up was rarely even there. And so before you know it, it was like, what was the last pay-per-view? It wasn't no. I don't pretty much the
Night of
last
Champions,
no the joint
TLC.
there you go. And then it's just the build-up wasn't enough of a build-up, and then normally you usually expect for there to be mad wrestlers to run to the ring, you know, in true Royal Rumble fashion. I get maybe with COVID they didn't want to do that, but you would at least have an idea of, oh shit, yo, he's going into the Rumble. I think he has a good chance of winning. The way that they've been building up some of these storylines, it's almost like you don't even know who's in the Rumble. You don't even know who has, like, you know, who you could bet on.
I feel like that has to do with just like the way. Remember, the world really got screwed up with this whole COVID shit, right? And I'm not gonna always forever use this as a excuse, right? But a lot of people are still finding it hard to like keep the programming because WWE has been known, you know, just to say, you know, they kind of saved people during COVID. Like people actually would just tune in to WWE no matter how whack it was. Because let's just say in the beginning it was kind of whack.
Right. And I just gotta I'll give it up for Bailey, Sasha, Asuka, to name a few who held it down during the the no fans era, the empty arena era. They definitely they put in a lot of work.
So you have to give them their props. But I think now, because it's not like the brands are separated anymore, like how they were, where certain people once again would only battle on certain brands, so certain pay-per-views were attributed to them only.
Mm.
So now that they're back as to one umbrella, I just feel like it's harder for them to come up with the quality, even though we already know they're also still short of their rosters.
Right. Right. I mean, yeah, it's just I don't know. I just feel like they could have done better building up for Rumble.
Oh yeah, no, they definitely could have done better.
You see, the problem too is that a lot of these qualifying matches, they're obvious matches. Like you know who's gonna win. I know they released the first and second entrant.
So right now, if we're talking about the men's Royal Rumble, right?
Mm-hmm.
1 second, just moving my screens. So in the men's card, right? Because there's 13 that have not been announced still. It's Edge, Dolph Ziggler, Sami Zayn, Mustafa Ali, Jeff Hardy, Cesaro, Otis, Shinsuke Nakamura, Sheamus, AJ Styles, Jey Uso, John Morrison, The Miz, Bobby Lashley, Daniel Bryan, Big E, Randy Orton, and 13 to be announced. So whether they joined via social media and made their announcement or they made their announcement during live programming, these are what we have right now. And then of course there's going to be ones you're not going to name because you're going to probably get those throwbacks like you do always do.
You see, I oh no, it's just when it comes to the Rumble, you definitely want to see some people in attendance. And what I don't understand is that they do it with NXT. Why don't they do it with Raw and SmackDown?
See, I'm already a little disappointed when it comes to NXT. Only because it's like you did great when you had it was the weekend of War Games when you had Survivor Series. So why couldn't you just keep it going? We now know probably with the men's Royal Rumble, you're gonna have some people come up from the up the ranks because they already talked about people coming up the ranks. Do I think that's a wise decision? Because look, you still have people like Joe, um, who went up the main roster and he was a beast in NXT and they fucked it up
I mean, then again, he got injured.
again. But that's when he was on the main roster, though.
Right. Is that eventually someone, someone like a Samoa Joe is not meant to stay on NXT. Like I get like how some wrestlers don't want to move up from NXT.
Bro,
And I
but
could
look at Bobby Roode's career, how he changed after he went up the ranks.
they dropped the ball with Bobby Roode. They
They
definitely
dropped the
dropped the
ball
ball
with
with it.
Asuka in the beginning
They definitely did. I mean, they built her all the way up to have her lose at Mania.
to
I wouldn't
Charlotte.
have. Yeah, I wouldn't have. I would. I swear, I wouldn't have had her lose. I probably would have maybe gave her first L, maybe the first or two pay-per-views after. But I wouldn't have made her, I wouldn't have had her lose at Mania. Um, yeah, like damn, I lost my train of thought. So I get how some wrestlers from NXT don't want to get moved up. But then again, too, is, you know, NXT is in a tough spot. There's not a lot of star power down there. I feel like they don't know what to do with some wrestlers. For example, Velveteen Dream.
Mm-hmm.
He should, like, I don't know. I think that boat has sailed as far as his call up.
But isn't Velveteen Dream not really getting called up also because of his personal scandals? Cause didn't they say he was like a child molester or something?
I don't know anything about child molester.
Or like rape?
Something with a female.
Yeah.
But if that's the case, then they should have just released him or put him on ice.
They did that with Enzo.
Well, Enzo was a problem. He was a problem backstage. And eventually Cass became a problem as well. And that whole shit just went sour. And I think they had solid proof on Enzo. And I think that just makes shit worse. But like who I would like to see enter the Rumble, Adam Cole, definitely.
Okay.
Honestly, any member from Undisputed Era. Pete Dunne, I'd like to see him enter the Rumble.
Do you think Balor's gonna come back out?
Finn Balor?
Yeah.
Maybe so. But that doesn't necessarily mean he's being moved up from NXT because he's
No, of course. Do you think he's better though at NXT than he is in the main roster? Or
I think so.
Like he should come back.
No, I think so. If anything, if he comes back, he has to get that win over the Fiend, a heel Fiend, but as the Demon Finn Balor. I think I'd want to see that happen. But for now, it doesn't make any sense.
I mean, I won't lie. So for Mania, I would like to see like the Fiend Finn Balor go up against Bray Wyatt right now. Like in the Evolution, they have Bray Wyatt going on. I feel like this would work out perfectly, or he would try to get like, imagine like Finn Balor fights the Fiend, right? And then he recruits him. I would like to see like some type of storyline like that where, he did the mind game like he did with Randy, but in a way to get the Fiend, the Fiend Finn Balor, or whatever you want to call him, whatever he called himself, the monster.
The demon.
The demon, yes, I'm so sorry. It's still early. I'm not used to early podcasting right now. But
no, wasn't that Kane? Anyways, y'all know what we talking about. We said what we said. Go ahead, continue.
Oh God. I hate you all. But imagine though he kind of recruit him, in like a newer version of like the Wyatt family. Because it's not like you can have the original Wyatt family. R.I.P. Brody Lee.
Word.
Something's got to give now.
One time for the Dark Order.
One time.
Like you're grabbing a titty.
We
miss you, Brody, Luke Harper. We miss you.
I'm mad you had to say grabbing the titty though, like, bro.
Nah, real sidebar. If you've never watched the outtakes of what Brody did, like the skits he's done with AEW, they are hilarious. And it just makes you, what I mean? It makes you miss what, like his time wasn't done. Like he had a lot more blossoming to do as a wrestler, as an entertainer. Like it just, you know what I mean? Watch the outtakes, Brody Lee. I'm telling you, get ready to laugh. That shit was hilarious.
Listen, I started seeing outtakes, and I don't want to say like I've been watching a lot of AEW stuff on YouTube, right?
Mm.
Only because I wanted to see how John Moxley announced his pregnancy, and it just led me to go look at behind the scenes videos in general.
Mm.
And it made me like really respect AEW. Like I know a lot of people want to say AEW is like the copycat of WWE, but they're still bringing their own value to it.
Yeah,
Even if it is in the same concept. Now I'm talking about from a marketer standpoint, right? Even if they look at it as like the wannabe attitude era or whatever the case may be, they're still putting on a pretty good show.
they are. They have dope wrestlers out there. Over there, Darby. You got, you know, was it FTW, formerly known as the Revival. You got, you know, what they're doing with Impact, and that's bringing over Gallows and Anderson.
Yo, I like that they're even with fucking Jericho, I love it. Like they didn't restrict Jericho from doing what he
Yeah.
wanted.
At this point, Jericho's a legacy act. And that's and I mean no, and I don't say that in a bad way. It's like you can
Yeah,
be a
but
heel all
legacy
you
or
want.
not.
No, like you could be a heel all you want. Like, you know, people are gonna love Jericho regardless. And just by his entrance music, when you know when they singing along to it, it's like, come on, how many heels get that treatment?
True. But
So
let me pause the source a minute, right? Shout out to our friends at Activate LA in Los Angeles. I'm surprised y'all motherfuckers are awake right now because
yo, what up, Activate?
if it's 11:35 in New York, it is motherfucking 10, 9. It is 8 o'clock in the morning. So God bless y'all for tuning in with us at 8 o'clock in the morning.
It's probably that Bustelo.
You got your Bustelo?
It's that
Yo,
Bustelo.
is this Ray from Activate or Chris on the account, man? Are y'all drinking your Bustelos right now? I need more artwork and hats, by the way. But by the way, remember, subscribe to Activate LA. They're on YouTube. I'm pretty sure they're still airing on Fridays and Sundays, but I could be wrong because I see them a lot on many different times. Don't forget to subscribe to us too. You know, oh, they said thank you guys. Happy Friday. Thank God
Yes,
it's Friday,
happy
motherfuckers.
Friday.
So subscribe to us, subscribe to Activate LA. You got two different perspectives from two different coasts. And we're
West
very
West.
excited. But back to what we were saying though.
Hold on, let me just throw up a salute to LA checking on the check-in. You know what I mean? Long live Nip, long live Pac.
First of all, Ray, if you have the ability to stay up until 2 o'clock in the morning, I will try to get you an interview with them because they're actually pretty dope individuals and they're wild.
I do. We definitely will get that going. I stay up 3-4 in the morning sometimes. So
they subscribe to us and hit the bell notification, gang. So tune into them, tune into us, definitely for sure. If you guys got a favorite wrestler, you guys expecting something during this men's Royal Rumble, let us know.
I mean, you know what I would like to see? Babyface AJ going as entrant number 1. Not 2, but number 1, and at least last until top 3.
Yo, I really think that he's gonna come in midway, like maybe not even midway. I feel him coming in like number 10. Okay. I feel like they might do some fucked up shit and put Daniel Bryan as number 1.
I mean, and once again, this is us talking about it because the word did go out of who's entering number 1 and number 2. I personally didn't click the link to even see the names. But yeah. I mean, who I do have a, I in a way I kind of feel like maybe Daniel Bryan might take it, or who knows? Is Edge coming back?
Edge says he's coming back and he's going into the Royal Rumble. Now, I feel like they're gonna put Edge last because once again, like they did last time, he does have his health conditions, he has everything. So it'd be really, I mean, I doubt they're gonna put him number one, right? But I feel like whatever they do with Edge, right? Randy gonna fuck it up and somehow this shit gonna start again.
Or Randy could be in and then Edge enters to get that revenge. Or some way, somehow, Randy has a moment where the Fiend sends a warning. Like the lights go out and shit. I mean, I can honestly see Edge might take it because he had to relinquish the title. Like when he said that in his promo, and man was like, you know what, yo, that's right. Edge never physically lost the title. He had to give it up.
But that's the same thing. Oh, it's Ray Funk. I'm sorry. Grinding Modelos tonight. Yes. Thank you so much for giving us a live stream share. Please, feel free to come back. Activate LA. I miss you, Ray. Please don't be a stranger. But you gotta remember, so Edge never lost his title, right?
Mm-hmm.
Same way Finn never lost his title.
Very true, but there's a big difference between Edge and Finn.
No, of course, Edge is motherfucking Edge.
Yeah.
They did the same thing with Daniel Bryan with his Intercontinental, remember?
Right. Yeah.
I don't see them ever giving him that title back. Instead, they gave him that Wakiki.
No, it was the I think it was the world title. He relinquished the IC title.
He relinquished the IC title because you remember. So the only reason I remember this, don't tell me I can't tell you the year, but I remember it was right before he dropped the title. I was at the Greek parade because that was the one time that Mania. It was like Mania 29, 28, or like 30, where it was him, Ziggler, and a whole bunch of people, and they did the ladder challenge for the IC title.
It was February 8th, 2016.
Son, it couldn't have been that long ago. I was at a Greek parade, bro. That can't be right. Son, that's how long ago it was?
Yeah.
Wow.
But so I mean, eventually he did win the world title, even if he turned it into.
He did win the world title, but I wonder if they're ever gonna do a storyline with the IC title with him.
I guess we're just gonna have to subscribe to Peacock to see.
So if you keep subscribing to us, we'll eventually let you know if we ever see that. But yeah, because I got surprised when Sammy went through the I really didn't lose my title thing.
Speaking of Sammy, the one thing I didn't agree with was him getting the okay to use that Justice for Sammy hashtag on his board for the simple reason you took something, you used something, you capitalized off of individuals that were killed. When I seen Justice for Sammy, I thought Justice for Trayvon Martin, Sandra Bland.
But see, that's the racist part of WWE, and that's what I don't like about them sometimes. um they capitalize off of people's pain.
Yeah, like when I saw that, I was like, that was a bad move.
Like,
let's remember, Vince McMahon did a whole segment. He walked backstage and he said, "My nigga." Like, let's not forget that.
I mean, I can't say that, bro. I don't want to be a Karen. And I think it's wrong at this point. Like, I even see myself trying to correct myself, and I think I've been doing good lately, right?
Yeah, you've been good. You've been
So,
behaving.
yeah, I'm like, this is just a time, especially these times where we have motherfuckers rush the Capitol, all of this shit, and we should be teaching tolerance, and we're not.
Yeah, no, like when I saw that it said justice for Sammy, I'm like, no, no, not
Like,
even a little bit.
first of all, I lost respect for you when you first moved up and you started being Kevin Owens' bitch. I'm sorry. So now everything you really do, and I don't know what you consider yourself, a heel?
Who, Sammy?
Yeah, like I can't get his gimmick now.
I mean, I liked it better when Sammy was the baby and Kevin was the heel and they would feud. That was my shit.
I mean, I love Kevin Owens in any fashion. I'm not gonna even give it to you like that. Like, I can't even lie. Like, Kevin Owens is so versatile that he could play any role.
Shit, they should have put Kevin in their number one.
I really would have, I would have sat there and fucking watched because I've been a fan of Kevin Owens since he powerbombed John Cena.
Yo, you know what? That's what actually made me tune into NXT, like, faithfully, because I think I stood away from NXT because when NXT came about, it was more so like a competition show. So when I saw
that's when
that,
they had like the Miz was like Daniel Bryan's mentor, shit like that.
Yeah, so when Kev came up and that happened, I was like, holy shit. Let me tune into NXT and see what the hell the fuss is about now. And then when I started watching it, I'm like, yo, like this shit just reminds me of like in a way ECW, as far as like that, because it's not like them guys are not really restricted how they are on the main roster. Like, I don't think we're gonna get a Bailey versus Sasha. We're not gonna
Please,
get
no
what we
more.
got. No. As far as like in what they
Oh,
did in NXT in comparison to what they did on the main roster, we're not gonna get that them classic 2 matches we got from them. We're not gonna get that on the main roster. So it's like I feel like some of these guys that come up from NXT, they're restricted from doing certain things. That's how I feel about some of the acts that came up.
I mean, once again, I feel like even so. This is how I wish Royal Rumble would go, right? Instead of Owens fighting Reigns the way he is,
Mm.
I rather he was number one, and I rather he had won his way through to then lead it up to Mania. Because I'm really not looking forward to who's gonna win.
Yeah.
Because what are they gonna do if Randy wins? It's gonna be Randy versus Roman, or give me Keith Lee versus Roman. Give me someone I wouldn't expect. Like last year when they gave us that little teaser when it was Roman face to face with Keith Lee, that gave me life. I really thought Keith Lee was gonna throw Roman over, but instead it wasn't even. It was Survivor Series. I'm so
Survivor
sorry.
Series.
It was during Survivor Series, but they gave themselves that fucking nod of approval,
Mm-hmm.
like that salute that I want to see now. How does the dynamic change once Roman became a champion of sorts? Like,
Yeah, but
is
then
that
again, too, is that they're not really building Keith up anyways. Like anyone who's won, there was some momentum behind them going into Rumble. So for Keith to win, I don't see that. Though I'd like to see it, but then it's like if it happens, it's like, but why? There's no like they're not building. If anything, I'm expecting either him to eliminate Sheamus or Sheamus eliminate him. Because that's what they've been focused on.
And then on top of that, if we're going to speak about matches that I don't fucking understand, right? Because I've been too busy trying to get the next steps up, right? But, you know, whatever Bleacher Report showed me. What in the living fuck are we doing when Drew McIntyre is facing Goldberg?
When it should definitely be Goldberg versus Roman Reigns.
Because we know, first of all, in the way that Roman's hype is right now, which still I don't see, you know, because I hate heel Roman. Like this heel Roman, I don't like.
Nah, I dig it. I dig it.
Like I understand it conceptually wise and marketing wise, right? But me, I like the heel Roman that went against the Authority after they kept dicking him over and fucking everything up in sight. That was the Roman.
But that was a babyface Roman.
Was that considered really babyface?
Yeah. I mean, maybe you maybe in the way you mean it, as far as like his aggressiveness and his like I don't give a fuck attitude that kind of gives you like that Stone Coldish
like vibe. I feel like they're now gonna prepare Roman to be Brock.
Nah, but it's gonna take for someone. They're gonna have to book someone to put a stop to that you know what they're building him, because it always happens. It happened with Brock.
Like I feel like had they not made Brock, and I understand Brock is also famous because of his UFC status and everything he's done. He is a talented fighter. I'm never giving him that. I'm never gonna take that away from him, right? But once, and I get it, after a certain time, you still got to be cocky. But come on, I would love to see Brock Lesnar really get down and not just a spear or whatever. Like, I want to see a real fight.
I mean, shit.
Like, I want Brock Lesnar to come out of nowhere. Like, I'm here to reclaim my bitch and my title.
But as long as there's no fans in the arena, I don't see it happening. That's probably the reason why he's been staying away now. He didn't even want to drop the title at Mania because of that. Like, I guess he understands dropping the title to Drew. It should have been done on a larger scale. But obviously, you know, we have no control over that because it was COVID. But if Brock could have his way, there'd be fans in the arena, and you'll get your money's worth.
Like, I'm still mad that I'm sorry, I'm not over this. Keith Lee is not even on this fucking list for the card. Like, is he gonna come in surprise? I'm sorry, I'm really still bitching.
No, I think I believe Keith Lee is gonna be in the Rumble.
My thing is, yo, like, you put Otis in this, bro. What are you gonna do with Otis? You wasting him.
That was such a waste of Money in the Bank. Like, they killed Money in the Bank.
Like,
you give it to Otis, he doesn't even cash in, and then when you
first of all, you give it to Otis when the two champions at that time were motherfucking Brock Lesnar and Braun Strowman. What? And it wasn't even a real win. The suitcase fell on him.
And that's because Vince liked them. But the problem there is that that was just like that was satisfying your sweet tooth because what happened at the end? You wind up taking it from him and giving it to the Miz, who probably should have won it from the jump.
But even then, the Miz is not gonna get it. The Miz is not gonna. When is he gonna cash in?
Soon.
Maybe he'll cash in tonight, Sunday.
Maybe. Maybe they might put it on Goldberg pause, and Miz is gonna take it off of Goldberg. Or there's gonna be some screw angle to take it from Drew. All I'm saying is they've been dropping the ball a hell of a lot. Once Otis won Money in the Bank, it was like, yo, they just single-handedly ruined Money in the Bank and the importance of Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank got ruined for me too when you throw Rey Mysterio off a building and he lived to tell the tale.
Him and Alistair. I can't wait until they release Alistair.
Yeah, he's probably gonna go to AEW and do so much better.
Exactly. Supposedly he was supposed to have been returned. Who knows? He might return Sunday.
Somebody needs to come back and fuck shit up, please. Yeah. So who is your prediction though for winning Royal Rumble? Because we legit spent the last 30 minutes talking about the men's Royal Rumble. We still got
in a way I kind of feel like Daniel Bryan might do it, especially that he put it out there that he's never won the Rumble. And he had that segment with Paul Heyman on Talking Smack. So they might give it to Daniel Bryan.
I see Daniel Bryan getting it, but I also see either Edge or Randy getting it. One of them is fucking it up for each other.
Yeah, I mean, if I would say if not Daniel Bryan, I could see Edge winning. Randy, I don't see him winning for the simple reason that he's still involved in his feud with Bray Wyatt, especially after RKOing Alexa Bliss. I think Sunday's gonna be the perfect way to fucking screw up Randy's chances as Bray, getting revenge. So my picks would be Daniel Bryan and Edge.
I'll go with Daniel Bryan and Edge, but on the wave of someone getting this shit fucked up.
I would say Edge eliminating Randy Orton with the distraction from the Fiend.
I believe it.
That's how I see that happening.
Women's Royal Rumble. For the fourth time, the women will have the opportunity to earn a title shot by participating in a Royal Rumble. The first Women's Royal Rumble took place in 2018 with Asuka winning the match, but failing to defeat Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania Heartbreak to win the Raw title. Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair won the following 2 years, both going on to win titles at WrestleMania. The Raw and SmackDown locker rooms became declaring for the Rumble in a couple of weeks. Participants who've declared have been Nia Jax, Charlotte Flair, Bayley, Bianca Belair, Mandy Rose, Dana Brooke, Peyton Royce, Shayna Baszler, Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan, Ruby Riott, Tamina, and 18 to be announced.
All right, here it goes.
We know that the 18 to be announced are going to be a mix of women that are still in the locker room that have not gotten their push. So we're talking about also like
Nikki Cross, Sonya Deville, maybe if she suits up. This the other half of the Iconic.
I feel like, in my opinion, who I really been rooting for, but I've been rooting for her for years. Oh, sorry.
Wake up.
No, it's my clock-in phone. So, I feel like you need to give Dana Brooke something, bro. But that's just been me. I don't see Mandy Rose getting it.
No.
But if not Dana Brooke, let's give Bianca Belair a shot. Because Bianca Belair has really been putting in that work.
Yeah.
And
don't be surprised if the winner of the Women's Rumble ain't Becky Lynch to return to get the title back from Asuka that she gave her off of Money in the Bank.
She just had the baby though.
Hey, you never know.
So had this not been a COVID season, I would be like, yeah, she'll do it. But right now, because she just had the baby, you don't even see Seth on TV much.
That's very true. Hey, he might be back tonight.
We don't know that. Again,
that's just a possibility.
It's a possibility, but you got to remember also the logistics of life at the moment. Seeing as they still got COVID numbers up the ass too at WWE,
which is crazy, but yeah.
They wouldn't. I personally wouldn't do anything to risk my kid, especially if he or she was just born.
No, very true, and that's our take. You just don't know where these guys' minds are, and in regards to maybe them not ending up on Vince's shit list.
I mean, I don't think Vince is also willing to face a lawsuit if we're going to go that route. Can't deny somebody. Technically, there's literally laws that allow maternal and paternal leave. So, too bad, Vince. Suck it.
I guess we'll see tonight.
So, I hope I see Bianca Belair taking it, honestly.
But remember, too, if she eliminates Bayley, it's possible Bayley might screw her and get her eliminated.
We need some action in the Royal Rumble, do we not?
No, I know that, but if our fantasy winner is Bianca, you also have to maybe think too, if Bianca eliminates Bayley early, it's possible Bayley can do something to cause Bianca to get eliminated.
Good morning, Think Blue Dodger Blue.
What up? What up?
You know, feel free to keep talking with us. Show us your opinions. Yo, shout out to Michael Bostic. He said that Cena will win the male.
Oh no!
Please, I hope not. Let him and his JB fucking haircut go with the win to his failed acting career. But he does agree with us that Bianca wins the female.
Yeah, no, like I definitely want to see Bianca win. My only hope is that they don't book Bayley to screw Bianca's chances of winning. That's my thing. Like I don't want I hate when they do things that you predict because it's just obvious, and I just hope that's not one of them. I definitely would like to see Bianca win. Who I don't want to see win is Charlotte.
Nobody wants to see Charlotte win at this point. Because first of all, I actually like that they're a tag team, her and Asuka, right? So I want to see her really fuck up Nia and
like if Charlotte goes into the Rumble, I can see Ric Flair causing Charlotte causing Charlotte's chances and this lady eliminating Charlotte.
Yo, but that's if Lacey Evans actually goes in.
She is. Yo, a lot of these people that you see on TV, they're going to be in the Rumble. That's why it's like sometimes it just be corny because everyone you see on TV is everyone you're going to see in the Rumble along with the jobbers.
Yo, I need to see if we're going to talk about who joining in, right? I definitely need to see if Lacey comes in because she's playing the sugar baby to Ric Flair. So I really want to see how this.
I think Lacey's gonna eliminate Charlotte with help from Ric Flair.
I gotta see that happen.
I gotta see Mercedes Martinez going to the Rumble.
That's what I was gonna say.
I'm super biased. Mercedes is going into the Rumble. Even if she isn't, I don't know, but I'm biased.
Just hit her in her DM and ask her. You be
Nah,
talking to her like that.
But I'm still a fan at the end of the day, so I want to see it happen. Been the homie since MySpace. What up, Mercedes?
Man. And then I want to see in terms of legends. I really want to see Trish come back.
Obvious.
No, that's just me. Like, I love Trish Stratus. I need Lita to come back. Because Lita hasn't come back in a while.
Word.
We need Lita to come back.
Who knows? Let's see if Lita comes back. Because remember, too, she got that podcast with Gail Kim and someone else, and it's almost like a straight shoot. So I don't know if their podcast left a sour taste in the, you know, in the mouths of corporate.
Listen, man, we can't forget though. We're not gonna get somebody like, thank God, we're not gonna get somebody like Vicky Guerrero coming back because she's on AEW.
Yeah, she's all elite now,
which is crazy.
I'd like to see Melina. She did make an appearance on Legends Night.
I need Mickey to come back.
Mickey ain't never leave.
No, I need more Mickey time.
Oh yeah, but if anything, I think they should send Mickey down to NXT.
But they should have done that then when they did the Asuka thing.
True, but because her name is a household name, they brought her back up to the main roster. But I think Mickey should go down to NXT, and it's not so much that they don't know what to do with her, but it's like it gives her new people to fight.
Oh, Mickey James is hurt, according to Mikey.
Oh, she's hurt?
She's hurt.
Oh shit. Damn. That sucks. Obviously, Mask Face from Retribution is gonna be in the Women's Rumble. So we can expect that.
Mia Yim.
There you go, Mia Yim. I want to see is it Ripley, Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley. Let's not forget Rhea Ripley lost to this lady as a sign of she's going up to the main roster. So tonight might be debut night for Rhea Ripley.
Ooh. Well, not tonight.
No, my bad. Sunday Rumble. So looking forward to that.
So that's our women.
Oh, Shotzi Blackheart.
I can see that happen.
Shotzi is bad. She bad as fuck.
All right, but let's talk about this now, right? Universal Championship Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens, last man standing. Reigns took issue with WWE official Adam Pearce, former 5-time NWA champion, booking a match between Kevin Owens and Jey Uso after Reigns beat Owens in 2 matches for the Universal Championship. Reigns and Paul Heyman pulled strings to get Pearce entered into a gauntlet match to determine Reigns' challenger at the Royal Rumble. Uso and Reigns then attacked Shinsuke Nakamura, the last man standing in the match, before placing Pearce on top for a 3 count and a victory. The situation ultimately backfired when Pearce signed the contract for a last man standing match to then immediately be injured while walking, immediately naming Owens as the replacement for the event. I'm kind of glad that happened.
In a way, I kind of wanted to see that fight. I wanted to see Adam Pearce at least put up a good fight with Roman.
I feel like Adam Pearce is going to show up at the Rumble.
When during the Rumble match? The actual Rumble match?
I think he'll show up in the actual Rumble match.
Like the 30-man Rumble?
Yes.
No, I don't see it. I can see him getting involved in Kevin versus Roman.
He could get involved, but
it makes no sense. It makes no sense for Pearce to unless Pearce shows up and eliminates Jey Uso. That's the only way I'd like to see that.
That's the only way I could see it.
Yeah. And someone fucking eliminating Pearce right after that. That's the only way.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, Mikey, you right. they got to take the belt off Asuka. I think that it's time. Yo, no lie, I could see Alexa Bliss winning the Women's Rumble to take the belt off of Asuka. She has a clean win over Asuka. So her doing that transformation on Asuka and taking it, I could see it definitely happening. So that besides Bianca, I would say I'd like to see Alexa win.
So I think, though, for Universal Championship, I think Kevin is gonna finally get it, just so it could lead to some type of grudge match at WrestleMania. And if there's not a grudge match at WrestleMania, right? And let's say Reigns gets it, I somehow see either Miz actually cashing and fucking up, or cashing on Kevin and gets it right. That's if they do the Universal cash in, right? Our next one, WWE Championship, Drew McIntyre versus Goldberg. I feel like if Goldberg wins, like we were talking about, Miz gonna try to capture. Because all it said was in Goldberg's contract he needs to have a W and the title belt. Now they never said how long the title reign has to be. They could do Goldberg, which would be really fucked up, being that he's a Hall of Famer. But it would make sense if Miz and Morrison cash in.
Hey, ho ho.
Oh, Miz and Morrison.
Hey, ho
ho. Miz and Morrison.
Correct.
You ever see them on the Miz and Mrs., bro? They did a whole episode where the Miz cannot keep up to fucking John Morrison. Like they're a great tag team when you really think about it. And I say this because it reminds me of like two best friends. Bro, they were going in the episode of Miz and Mrs. where they talked about John Morrison. They talked about how he would always push the Miz to do shit, right? Like eat like 12 bowls of pea soup type of thing, and like end up on crazy adventures. So it was just hilarious. So I could see this really happening because they're actually a legit team.
Yeah. What other matches are there?
Women's tag team, Asuka and Charlotte versus Nia Jax and Shayna. So this is why I say, I don't see Charlotte winning because she has this match, and she might end up being eliminated early just so she could fight. I personally want to see Asuka and Charlotte Flair retain on the women's tag team championships.
Who do you think should win the women's tag team? I'm gonna go with Riot Squad.
Riot Squad, in my opinion.
Oh, that's her name, Billie Kay. Damn, my bad, Billie. Get your resume going.
I hate you.
She probably did it on Indeed. Just saying.
I'm just saying. Like they're talking about here on CBS that they're the contenders because there's nobody else. I'm like, well, had you guys worked on having the other females work their way up, like there could have been the Riot Squad. Why necessarily had to be Nia Jax and Shayna?
I haven't even seen them defend on NXT.
I mean, I feel like
they do have the Dusty Classic though for the tag teams. All right, so we'll see how that turns out. If they retain, they're gonna defend it versus the winners of the Dusty Classic. Because if they drop the title, then whoever they're gonna lose the title to is automatically gonna win. Whoever wins the Dusty Classic. So it's a waste of time, honestly. At least if they don't drop it, whoever does win the Dusty Classic, maybe then the women's tag team titles can go to NXT for a little bit. Because it's already been on both brands.
Intercontinental Championship, Big E versus Sami Zayn. Listen, I'm just still going with Big E. They're not going to fuck up his momentum at this point.
Right. Right. It should be a good match.
This last match, and maybe you could recap me on it, because when the fuck did it become Bobby Lashley versus Riddle for the
Rid-
US Championship?
Riddle has been getting some wins over Hurt Business. Even recently, he fought Bobby Lashley, and Bobby Lashley had his finish on Riddle, and Riddle bounced like he kicked off the ropes, like almost like he kicked off the ropes to where the ref ducked. But what the ref didn't see was Riddle tap as a way to like basically cheat a win over Bobby Lashley. And even recently, Riddle attacked MVP. So yeah, do I see? I mean,
I don't see Riddle getting this.
yeah, unless maybe Cedric Alexander does something to cause that, because lately he's been like acting out. He's lately Cedric has been acting in a way
Like the jealous
when
little brother.
no, like when The Rock was acting out in Nation of Domination, but the only difference is that Cedric is not gonna take over her business. He's just, like he's doing certain things like to tag himself in on matches. Like he'll tag himself in and it'll be like, what the hell are you doing? So that's the only way I could see Bobby Lashley losing the title, if Cedric Alexander finds a way to try to get involved in a match that it causes the loss.
This is going to be an interesting Royal Rumble, to say the least.
It is. It's just.
This will lead us to another 2-day WrestleMania in April.
Oh my God, that shit is so corny. That's corny.
But
that is really corny.
But it's also, it's interesting.
It's interesting, but it's corny.
But we might have our fans coming back in.
But then why don't just do the 3 hours then? You see, the thing is that now, okay, you bring in the fans. Now you're definitely risking COVID cases.
But I mean, how is AEW doing, and they still have not?
That's what's crazy to me. But then again, you got AEW with fans in attendance, and you still got NXT with people in attendance. And that's why I was like, yo, why hasn't SmackDown or Raw at least done it? In fact, the whole setup of NXT, and you know what I'm talking about because you saw it recently. As far as the screens and I love the whole setup of NXT.
Yeah,
like it's dope. It looks like some illegal fight shit.
Oh yeah, that's dope as hell.
What the hell? But yeah, that's my take on it. Is like, how is it that NXT and AEW are able to have some people in attendance, but you don't have it done for Raw and SmackDown? If anything, if I was Raw and SmackDown, I'd copy the formula of NXT. There's nothing wrong with that. You still have some people in attendance.
NXT handled by Triple H and Raw and SmackDown still handled by Vince in a way?
Yeah. But you know what I mean? It's like, yo, like it took the NBA to do the virtual fans, and for a few months to go by before Vince was like, you know what, this works. Let's go with it. And another thing I wish they get rid of is that stupid ass camera during the entrances.
The what?
That dumbass camera that they use during the entrances. It's like that 3D-ish camera.
I mean,
I thought I was tripping when I saw that. I'm like, yo, like, why did that look like that? But then again, it started happening more often. I'm like, they're using a different camera. It just looks weird. Looks like they're walking, like they're fake walking on a green screen.
They're moonwalking with it, bro. They're moonwalking.
But yeah.
All right, Ray. So we don't overflood these motherfuckers.
Yes, we did.
With all the knowledge that we have at the moment. and we gave them our opinions, and we had a good turnout too. Shout out to everyone that was commenting and speaking with us about this. You know, we wanted to get our feet a little wet, you know. It's
Yeah,
been,
it's been a while.
you know, but Ray, I need you to talk to me about what's going on with you next.
Oh yeah. Next Thursday, season 2, Quarantine and Rap. Hey. Oh yeah.
Look at the new fancy flyer design. We got a
Yes.
logo for Quarantine and Rap now.
Yeah. Oh, show him the co-host. Show him the co-host.
So I think you should introduce her properly. Like, don't.
Yeah. So obviously, season 1 of Quarantine and Rap was something that just happened. There was no game plan behind it. It was just
It was just
dive in, dive in head first. No water in the pool. Just see if I could swim on with no water. And basically, that happened. So this time around, I wanted to do things different. Thinking about like 106 and Park, Rap City, the basement. I wanted to do things differently this time around. And so I went out and I got a co-host.
drum roll, please.
Show him the co-host. Shouts to Jomi, my new co-host, Quarantine and Rap. Yeah, I mean, don't call it a comeback. We're just picking up where I left off. We're going to do the damn thing. We're coming back this Thursday, 9 o'clock. Same day, same time.
Same chair.
Yeah. You know what I mean? You already know how the pre-show is, you know? And, you know, we
Oh,
got...
now you got the pre-show with Jomi. Oh, what's that going to look like?
I mean, we just, you know what I mean? We just gearing up. You know what I mean? We getting warm. You know, we warming up the arm for the pitch, you know? And then, you know, it's showtime. But this Thursday though, it's not. There won't really be a guest. It's just, you know, we're just reintroducing things that's gonna, like, you know, the format of how it's gonna go this season. And you know, I'm excited to see how this season turns out with every, like, the new changes and Jomi coming on as a co-host, the people we bring on. So I'm excited, and yeah, this Thursday, 9 o'clock. We do have some exciting shit in the works though. So just, you know, take that for now. And yeah, the ideas are flowing, and you know, we'll see how everything turns out.
So, Ray, where can they find you?
Man, look, man, y'all can find me on social media. Y'all can find me on all your digital streaming platforms
And on porn sites.
and on Pornhub. On OnlyFans too, if you're a subscriber. I got 30 subscribers. Just saying. The most exclusive, saucy, hot videos. My music videos is on my OnlyFans. So got you there. Ain't no schlong coming out. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, at It's Ray Pearson. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/C/Ray Pearson. Hit the subscribe button, turn on your bell notification so every time I post you get a notification. Yes, sir. Where it started at, the EP is out.
New World Order.
Got new music in the works. Suave Ramon is on the way. Apartment 2F is on the way. Other than that, we here, the Gorilla Talk podcast. We back. You know what I mean? Like I said, we got a bunch of shit in store for y'all this year.
So we're gonna be doing. Should we keep this at 11 a.m.?
If time allows it, we should definitely. If time allows it, then yeah, I'm with it.
Are you guys liking this 11 a.m. stuff? Like, I'll practice on waking up earlier. I promise.
Definitely.
But on that note, and by the way, Ray, can you check our other screen while I give up my clothings to see if it actually worked on our little project? Click that refresh button over there. If you could see us. But
Same thing I had.
We're gonna have,
but I can still I'm still viewing. I still view it on Facebook and YouTube. But as far
yeah.
as like other screen, I got the same problem.
You click the refresh button.
Yep.
All right, so we're gonna definitely work on that. But on that note, you know who I am. I am Ivy.xo underscore, and you know you can follow us at Ivy Productions. Shout out to the whole gang, Ray Pearson, Michael Bostic, the other day, Live Johnson, Danny Ray,
Horchata gang.
the Horchata gang. Um, subscribe to us here. Click the bell. Follow us everywhere at Raw Zone NYC. This Tuesday we got Frank Knight and Chuck LaWayne in the motherfucking building, discussing their new project Slim and Mickens. And we also got our giveaway with Val Cosmetics. Please make sure you tap in with them. Make sure you tap in with the Refined Apothecary. We're doing our drawing on Friday via our IG Live. Live at 9 is coming back with Honey Dinero next week too. Everything's coming back. You know, check out Quarantine and Raps. You might see me there. You might not. I'll be in the windows somewhere doing some shit. But in the meantime, thank you all for tuning in with us. And it's the way, you know how we do it, the way we have to do it. You know how it goes. Ray!
Oh, wait. Hold up before you sign off. Hold up. One time for Rumble this weekend.